I'm just gonna set everything up for you guys. Just a second. I am here. I'm speaking right here. Thank you, you're right, Bubble. I'll feed you in a bit. Hold on, Marshmallow, please. Please. Thank you, and I'm sorry. Please bring Jasmine. Fairy Tale, where's Jasmine? I told you bring her. Hello. So I'm so sorry for everything. Okay. Let me just sit down. So, long story short, so my big fat hand trying to adjust the camera. I'm just gonna do. This is another episode of Coffee with Jarina. I'm just joking, guys. Does anyone watch Coffee with Karen? The gay talk show. Never mind. Anyways, I don't watch them stuff, by the way. I'm just saying because I do get recommendations. You know those more short footages or clips you get to see it on thingy. So I get those ones. I'm just like, yeah, and I do watch it because some of them do get really entertaining and interesting. So I do watch it at times, but I'm not a huge fan or anything because I don't like things that have criticism in it and where people show others down. That makes sense. I don't like things like that. Anyways, getting onto the topic. Why I'm filming this video because I have a very logistic thing to talk about. Very important discussion. Very important discussion. Sorry, I do have a list. So anyone wants to make fun of me, I'm so sorry. I have this. You can make fun of me. I do not care. It is what it is. Yeah. So what happened on Saturday? Today is Monday. Today is Monday, and on Saturday, so a day ago, about 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning, people are sleeping, roads empty, quiet, peaceful. I have a habit of if I hear a sound or noise, a slightly small, tiny little scratch sound, I would wake up. So I have a very light sleep. And I do have a reason for that anyways. So I heard something like some people barking, not dogs, referring to human. You know when people have fights, so I could hear people arguing loud. Do you know at nighttime? There's one thing about nighttime is if even though someone is having a fight or talking loud a mile away, you would still hear it. So because obviously nighttime, sound echoes and you can hear it louder than as it is. Why is that guy standing there? I'm going on this phone so weird. Anyway, so I had some fight. So I get up and I go out the window and I see just my road is it's like a side road and then there's a main road linked to my road. So on that, so edge of my road, in the middle of the main road, which I can clearly see what's happening, is very visible from my window. I see that there's like young men, like Bengali, okay, so Asian, okay, Bengali, group of male, like they're probably in their early 20s or maybe younger than that. So they're fighting from the car. So one guy got out from the car. So there's two cars again, middle of the road, okay, and they're very loud, screaming at each other. They're like yelling. That guy, the one got out, he was yelling at the others in the other car, and then it got so heated that that guy, let's refer him as the blue top guy, okay, so he was the main one. What I could see is, like, from my point of view, I feel like he was the main character in this fight, so it was about him. So I don't know what it was. So he was yelling at the others were in the car and they were yelling back at him. And then he had a bottle, the blue top guy, he had a bottle in his hand. I think they were having ginger ale, or they had ginger ale because obviously it does look like they're half drunk, or not completely, but obviously halfway down. And then he had a long bottle. I'm sure it was just a drink, and then I'm sure a mixture of ginger ale because it did look like. So he smashed. He tried hitting with that bottle one of the guys sitting in the front of the car, the other car that he was talking to. And then I don't know whether I did not hear any glass cracking noise, so I'm not too sure whether he broke the window or not, but he did try to get the guy. I think maybe he did hit the guy. So the other guy, the one who was driving from the driver's side, he got out, and the others come out as well, and he proper runs to him and slaps him so loud. The blue top guy literally he went round. He was so lightweight. And obviously, the guys did look small to me. Like they were like to me, they were like kids because they were so tiny. Anyway, so he literally got slapped, and he was like, and then he was still yelling. He was even more barking, and then he was so fuming. Obviously, but if someone gets hit, they would fume, right? And then he wanted to slap him back, but the others stopped both of them. And then there was this one other guy who was a bit chubbier, but he was like playing the role of peacemaker. You know, we always have a group. In a group, there's always a peacemaker guy or girl like, who would try and sort things out. But obviously, it not necessarily that it would work. But so he was trying to be a peacemaker, so just calming everyone down. But the other guys in the car, they just drove into our road, trying to calm down to check his car whether anything broke, glass broke. So this is our road. I'm here. That's the main road. So this was the way it was happening. So so the blue top guy and the peacemaker were still standing there, trying to calm down. On the other car lot, they just came into our road, and the end of the road is a park. So they stood there, and they were checking the car and stuff like that, and they were talking there. And that guy was still like calming himself. He was really, 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 really pissed. And the peacemaker guy, who was trying to calm him down, he was literally, I heard him saying things like, it was really nice that, oh, people live here, look, people are sleeping, you're disturbing everyone. This is not nice. And even in Bengali, was trying to make him understand, like, look, it's not a good reputation. It's Elena, blah blah blah. So the other guy was drunk. You can tell, halfway drunk. He was not even willing to understand, and then he was blaming the peacemaker guy like, you didn't back up. It's like, so and after a little while they were talking, the other guys, they went back, they drove back, and they went. He was trying to stop him to chat and sort it out, but the other guys just like drove off. They're not even interested. That guy was waiting for the other. There was another car. No, I think he wanted to go with. No, the other car left as well. The one he was in. That car there was one more guy in that car, but he left, and this guy, the blue top guy, was just left over with the peacemaker. And the peacemaker, obviously, I think he had his own car parked on this side of our road. So literally the guy was like, take me, like, they didn't take him, and they left. And then this another guy came. I saw he was just alone in the car, and then he picked up the blue top guy, and then that's it. And then the peacemaker, he was left over, and then he just walked to his car and drove off. So that's what happened around 5 a.m. in the morning. Everyone was sleeping. So I literally obviously had a very good opportunity. So I took out my phone out, I started recording, so I did feel every bit of it, and the part where he got slapped and everything. So I will add it into this video. End of this video, you'll find the clip and take a look at it. This all happened in Tower Hamlet, E1 area. These guys are local because the next day, which was yesterday, like around in the evening, okay, 6 a.m., I see the same bunch of guys. Okay, it was really hot days. Everyone was like, they had the door open, and we had our door open as well. So I was at the door, like, they were sitting, and everyone was like there as well. So I hear like all the neighbors are like poking out. I'm like, why? And everyone's like running towards the park, and see these lots are running. These lot went first, and I first I didn't pay attention. But then when I saw all my neighbors like running, or the guys from my neighbors and stuff like, they were running towards the park, and then I kind of pop out and I see that, so it looked like the same bunch of guys were heading towards the park, and they were talking, like screaming, shouting. Okay, everyone went, so I didn't bother going. So I knew that by that time they're having another beef, basically. It's a continued one. And then a while later, a few minutes later, I hear that they probably have had another fighting and action scene on other park, man, during the daytime, and which was so hilarious. Seriously, public place, and you're having a fight like that. There's like ladies, there's like kids, there's like elderlies at the park, and you're just doing that. And God knows they had a weapon with them or not. So I was just like, and everyone like neighborhood, like I thought maybe they would go and like get involved, or they would interfere or try and stop the fight. But nah, everyone was like do you know how they say it? Bystanders, like literally people were just looking and filming, blah blah blah. Nobody bothered going to fight. I'm not telling you everyone should interfere, okay? Yes, our life matters first. At least call the police to stop the fight. Yeah, anyone could get injured, or anyone could lose like the life easily, because in anger people don't know what they're doing. People don't realize what they do in anger. Okay, they can kill each other like that, and then obviously what will happen at the end of the day, their parents will cry, and like they will cry, they will be in pain, they will be the one in pain. But then at least try. At least call the police. So what I did, I was like, I didn't even wait for a minute, even not for a minute. I called the police and gave them description like, look, more than 20 male, young males, they were fighting this and that, blah blah blah. So I gave them the description. You won't believe, guys. Within a minute, the police arrived. Within a minute, the police arrived. But before they arrived, half of the guys left. I saw they walked off like that way. So I did tell the police while I was on the phone. Yeah, look, half of them are leaving, and the other half were there out. But as soon as they see the police entering our road, they got into their car and they just like sat there. And the police did do the investigation. They did make an inquiry and everything, but I don't think they found any weapon or any evidence. So that's why they had to let them go. So they did not arrest them. But the police van came. Like they've got two vans with them. They thought that if they find a red-handed, they would caught them. But then obviously they had to go back. But they did the investigation, and I did tell the police that if you need the clip, I do have it. But I don't think he didn't really say anything about it. The person at the office I spoke to, but if they do need it, I am always there to help. I don't know why people hate police. It's like they are doing their best. It's just that as a citizen or public, we even we have a responsibility. We are responsible to keep our environment, our area safe. Like if okay, not one saying that to go and fight with people to stop them from doing crime. No, but at least inform the police. That's all you can do. That's what they say. That's what they tell us to do. But it's just like, nah, we're not gonna get. We don't want to get involved. We don't want to call the police. What do? They don't do anything. When police get involved, when they do take serious action, we are the people who blame them. Like, oh, they did this, they did that. Oh, that was nasty. That was so bad. And then when they don't do anything because they have rules to follow as well, we are the one who are be crying like, oh no, they are useless. They don't do anything. What are they supposed to do, right? They have rules and regulation that they need to follow as well. But that's what it is. I really don't blame the police. I mean, I feel they are the one could save us from any sort of problem, trouble, because obviously they do have the authority. But yeah, guys, hate crime, help, and do inform the police. Or if you are eyewitness, don't just walk away. Just like if you tell them you just want to be anonymous, you don't want to get involved, like you don't want your name to be out there, or you want to hear that it was you the one who reported, tell them. They will keep it. They won't even share it anyways. But yeah, so that's the video actually. I guess just reached the end. I didn't realize the video would be this long, and I still have my coffee to drink. So that's what it is, right? So I will attach the video of the fight, the first night of the fight, the slap, the action, with this to this video, and hopefully you guys will get a clear clip of what happened. And it's like so bad. So guys, thank you for watching me, and I will see you in my next video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, share the button. No, you don't share. No, you don't have to share my video, but hit the like button, and do not hit the dislike button. You can comment whatever you want to ask me, and I can do a Q&A if you want me to do a Q&A. And be happy, stay healthy, and peace out.
What do you mean, bro? What do you mean, bro? What do you mean, bro? Am I a little kid, bro? All of them, three on the floor. No, one by one, bro. I'll lay the shit out of them, bro. Huh? Mum's life, I'll lay all of them out, bro. Fuck all this shit, bro. Wallahi, bro. Remember, bro, you're a little kid too, man, MK. And I show you love all this fucking time, bro. Yeah? I understand that you're a little kid, yeah? There's no point, bro. There's no point, bro. There's no point, bro. Explain to them. How's the room? How's the room? How's the room? How was in 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 the room? All the stuff. What are you doing? Touch him. What are you doing? Hey, yo. Back up, Marvin. Shahid. I dare you hit me once. Come. I dare you hit me once. Come. I dare you hit me once. I let this guy free for come through, come. Come through, Shahid. Come through. You want to let you look over here? Bro, you need so much fucking love to that door. I'm a stomach. Allah, calm down, man. So what? I do anything. I don't know that. Come through, bro. I don't know that. Come through. You don't know that. Don't you know that? Shahid. You fucked up. Remember that. You fucking started shit. Wallahi, don't make me started it. Mum left started it. Then he started shit. Then he started shit. Then started shit. Nice. Then started shit. Then he started shit. Check. Yo, I told you, you're not fed. I don't give a fuck if it's come, bro. I don't give a fuck if it's come. Yo, you man is fucking shit. I don't give a fuck. Wait, walk up the shit. Bro, what? Wait, what? Walk up the river. Wait, what, bro?
All of the shouting and shit.
Bro,
The young boys, man, are going
I don't give a fuck. You're my nigga.
I see your fucking face.
Bro!
I see your fucking face. To my mic, hold up. To my mic, hold up.
Bro, we're fine. Damn, baby. Damn, bro, that's your fucking little nigga, bro. Mom, that put you down my wrong, and it was on you.
You fighting, man.
I didn't say. Bro, mom, that is just life. Say nothing, bro. Right, you know what? Fuck that. Go get the fucking nigga. I'm here. Let's see that. Oh, fuck me. I'm fucking. Go get out.
Last night fight still continued today. I think they had another beef. Same people, same guys, but at the park, so they walked this way, this our road. And then I did hear a lot of shouting and swearing, and like, so it's very embarrassing. Like all the neighbors, all the people, like just were like by watchers. Like they didn't even bother doing anything about it. I am not one of those who would just sit and watch and enjoy while others, getting harmed. They don't realize what they're doing, so it's the thing. These are like youngsters, so I decided to call the police. So the police came, as you can see. 2 vans came. One went the other way around. I think they went after them. Because there were like more than 20 men and all youngsters, and half of them did run away, so the police was going. That's so yeah, 3 cars, they were there. This one, it's empty. No, they didn't take anyone. Ni sina. And that's the final one.